Hey Sagittarius, this is an astrological report for your sign for the month of April 2025. And the month started out with a huge eclipse in your fifth house. It was at the end of March, but pretty close there. And it is the fifth house, which instigates friendships, old friends leaving, certain associations or groups that you worked with, collaboratives going away, but new ones really taking shape, really taking form, and or big creative projects that are collaboratives may have failed and dissolved, and now some bigger, more in alignment to your soul's journey and your destiny, that's in alignment with your calling and your dharma. Sagittarians are a very dharmic sign, which means they really do like to follow their calling and their purpose. They're very dedicated to that. And so we've got some really fabulous creative new projects and alliances coming in. Again, this could also be a romantic relationship turns into a serious, a friendship turns into a serious romantic relationship. And then when the sun moves into Taurus on the 19th, you're seeing progression in your finances through hard work, very disciplined time where you're working pretty hard at some sort of financial opportunity that's coming in, that's enabling you to be of high service, but also to create a stable long-term income, because Saturn is going to be in the story here very soon. I'm going to explain. But what happens in this time frame is going to be a big part of your new destiny for the next 29 to 30 years. So these new auspicious financial beginnings are long term. And then we have Mercury and Venus in your fourth house, which has been a really reflective period on I would say, um, perhaps reflecting on some of the mistakes, but in past relationships or past agreements or past contracts. Usually with a Pisces retrograde, there can be a little bit of shame and regret, but or there could be complications going on in your living situation that need shifting and radical change, possibly when all these planets go into your fifth house. Venus and Mercury leave your fourth house. And then there's fantastic, again, these planets align with this new opportunity and this new friendship group and this new, shall we say, creative projects that are coming into more action and shifting your life and becoming more a focus. And then we have Mars moving into your ninth house from the eighth house. So Mars would have been in your eighth house, causing some serious healing and some deep cleansing and some deep purging of past life karmic fears and blocks, and sort of transforming your pain body into empowerment. It's taking you through a transformation where you feel more your authentic, powered self version of yourself. It's really clearing a subconscious block. And then when Mars moves into your ninth house in the sign of Leo, there could be inspired new traveling plans. But again, it's an exciting energy of optimism and inspiration, and it's very lucky when you have Mars in your ninth house, the ninth house of lucky, shall we say, dreams, and also your dharma. So it's almost like you become very inspired and on and more in aligned from having done a lot of this deep healing with Mars in your eighth house. You found your confidence. Now with Mars in your ninth house, you're ready, you're excited, you're motivated, traveling, and taking some sort of dharmic calling forward. And then with Jupiter in your seventh house, going into your eighth house in the mid of June, where you're going to see a potential financial windfall. Um, Eighth house can be sudden losses as well, but with these energies, I'm going with a windfall and really good luck, because Jupiter in Cancer is exalted. So we're really looking at a nice boost of income and finances in your month of June. Again, this could involve joint resources, but with Jupiter in your seventh house, you are initiating new beginnings with a fated partner, with somebody who is definitely aligned with this new path or journey that you are about to initiate with these new creative projects involving people that you know and new friends and new people. It could be people you already know, because we have Venus in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde. So there's a good chance this is an opportunity or a creative project that failed in the past or that people didn't have confidence for. Because remember, you've gone through a lot of transformation with Mars in your eighth, where you've really empowered yourself. You've become more of an empowered version of yourself, more confident. And then with Mars in your Leo, you're really at feeling on fire about about your dharma, about your purpose. So Saturn so we have the North Node and Saturn conjoining here 414 mid-April. By the way, mid-April is when all these shifts occur, and there's this full moon in Libra on the 13th that lines up, which will bring a fated collaborative partnership. This is hitting in your 11th house, which could give you very good public reputation or not acknowledgments or notoriety, fame, recognition out in the public. Your social media platform could just sort of really come to a nice big boost. And again, ending an old social media platform and completely shifting your identity because now you have more an empowered version of yourself. You're just taking on a new creative project. You might want to change the direction of what your platforms have been. So now you're shifting. And with that node, with the nodes and the Saturn in your fourth house, there is a big decision, a big whirlwind decision about moving mid-April, shifting your location, having to make a big choice. And where it is that you move to is most likely going to last a long time, but it certainly puts you in alignment with your true Dharma because Saturn and the nodes are there. So the nodes are shifting your living situation so that you're in alignment with where you live, with your Dharma, with your purpose, with your calling. So everything is shaping up, everything is pulling in at all angles so that you're in the right spot there for this purpose and true surroundings or environment for your calling to be, shall we say, thriving and to really expand and grow. And so you're being shifted to the right environment and the right people that are most in alignment with this new creative project, because maybe perhaps this new creative project involves traveling. Since we're going to have Mars in your ninth house, it could very well involve traveling. Now there's a new moon. Now we're looking at your sixth house because we're going to have the sun there. We're going to have Uranus there. We're going to have a new moon there at the end of the month. So these are about auspicious new financial beginnings that actually really do secure you financially and stabilize you for a very long time. And this is also in an area that puts you a very high service and high, shall we say, visibility and in need. You're fulfilling a need and it's rewarding you in finances. And your feeling of high service, you can actually feel your life kind of being important or being effective and feeling effective in some area here where you are to be of service. This is very much an energy where you're really shifting out of an complete old cycle, because that's what Saturn's doing in your fourth. It's completely dissolving your old life, your old family life. You're entering a whole new family. Your whole living situation is dissolving. I mean, honestly, by the end of this year, you're not going to recognize the old life is going to be completely gone. This new life is completely beginning. So you're very much in limbo land right now. A lot of people are feeling very in limbo right now. But just hang in there. It's not We're in between two changes, two paradigms, two realities. And so when that mid-April comes, you're going to see this grounding of this new reality. You're going to see a big choice needing to be made, and you're going to see a lot of shift and changes occurring around this choice. Upheaval, busyness with all these planets in your sixth house. You're going to be very busy. Um, and you're going to feel like your life is on traction, like you're on the right track, like you're on a train on an aligned path, and it's moving very strong forward, and you feel very optimistic, and shall we say, feeling that your stability in your finances, there's security there for a long time. All right, so I hope this is helpful for you, Sagittarius. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.